Everyone, RemanX here, and I wanted to kind of go through and make sure I had a proper introduction to why I make content for Marvel Strike Force. And it comes down to the fact that a long time ago, I would hang out with Tony Scangili on his stream, and we would kind of have this interaction. It was long before I was spending to the same degree on this game, and I was just trying to interact and was getting involved in the Twitch and YouTube world. And so I watched a lot of other content creators, but I had a problem where I felt like some of what was being made didn't really speak to me. And my other concern was there was always this big divide where people were saying, well, whales want this and free-to-play want this, and they're so far apart that the community is being pulled apart. And realistically, I played with a couple of players that were free to play, that were in Legion of Cabal. I know, you don't believe it, but it actually happened. So the idea behind this, that there is such a disparity in this community, is a load of crap. And so I wanted to make sure that my channel was about bringing community together from all walks, all perspectives. Because remember, there's two ways to get things done, either time or money, and anywhere in between is how you choose to spend and do what you want to do on this game. So what was happening was there's a really hard time honoring perspective from this game, and I'll even admit it right off the bat that looking at my roster, the lens of my roster, it isn't very easy to make suggestions that are relevant for free-to-play players or new players. But I also started a brand new account about 3 months ago, about a little, actually 4 months ago. And unfortunately, I had similar luck where getting Hella, Sif, Yo-Yo, and Taskmaster from Mega Orbs, it suddenly became irrelevant to the vast majority of players. But it did give me a little bit of insight as to what new players should focus on when they start this game. And I'll be doing that again periodically to help showcase when new content is being pushed out for new players. I've also experienced times where I have stopped spending on this game altogether. Large swaths of time. I got sick last summer and didn't spend for a good portion of probably 4 to 5 months, where I spent maybe a nominal war attack here and there to help get a team over there. But I cease spending to a large degree. And even though I'm considered the community Kraken, you'll see that I have taken some challenges, most recently with the Pimtech squad, by not clicking upgrade, to kind of take them through and determine whether or not they're DD3 material. And to my surprise, Ghost, at the very least, seems worth it. You can check out my videos in the comments. So all of these things aside, I'm going to showcase some of the things that you guys probably don't know about RemanX. So really quickly, I've been playing this game for 947 days. So shortly after launch, after the hard launch, the official launch. And I've been in several top alliances. I have won a couple of big punch-ups. I think the biggest punch-up was 19.5 million. We've been able to repeat large punch-ups 3 different times. And I want to believe I'm an integral part of that. I don't know. Some people will say yes or no, but I think that there's some of my war philosophy does trickle into that. But the reason why I don't share war philosophy right away is because I think it's dangerous. You'll lose more wars if it's not properly tested. And that's one thing that I do, is I actually take a time, and that's actually why I stepped down to a different alliance, so I can do some advanced war testing before I reveal some of the new teams that I've been working on. You'll see soon. And if you guys didn't know, Dark Dimension 2, I actually was one of the top 32 players. So somehow somebody got in there and changed the number. I think I was 32, but top 33 now. Players to beat Dark Dimension 2, and I actually did it with all one-shots. It took me a 5 red 5-star Minerva, a 4 red 7-star Juggernaut, a 6 red 7-star Korath, a 3 red 7-star Nick Fury, and a 3 red 7-star Star-Lord to get through it. And that was my team. And they were all one-shots. And I actually have those videos recorded. If you guys ever want to take a look at them, I'll show you guys on stream. But they were all one-shots. It actually taught me a lot about the nuances of the game, utilizing things from a different perspective. So I didn't just spend to overcome all of my problems. Sometimes that is the way that Kraken solved their problem. But for me, to be able to have a broader appeal, I definitely look at that and try to find out new teams. If you guys don't know, I have some of the. If you guys look at my Blaster Challenge, I've used quite a few different teams with a core of 3 to actually beat that challenge. And again, I understand that you're not going to have a roster reflective of mine, but there are ways around that. The other thing that I did was I collaborate. And when I say collaborate is my ideas aren't always the best. I have a sounding board, and that is a community. And as such, we built the tier list based on the feedback from, thank you, Dismal Content and Panzerhulk. Thank you, Faith Fury and Legion of Cabal. And thank you, Kanage and Vrondius, for all the effort and work you guys put into that. Because it's really not my list. That is really the community list. We took the information that we could share from beta. We spent 21 hours a day early on, and thousands of dollars testing these recommendations. So when I make a recommendation, I can promise you that there is a lot of testing done to make sure that you get a more relevant perspective. And I waste money on my roster because I do this for a living, so I can showcase things that you shouldn't do. Remember, I have the one motto here. I do things so you don't have to, because it actually is important to me to save you time and effort that I've lost during my journey in Marvel Strike Force. And a lot of it came from half-baked ideas that I don't think people were listening for the community on. You can see utilizing Scream on this. I did a lot of testing with Fortifier. I'm not a big fan. It does work on a couple. We have it marked on a tier list. But that's the big difference. So why did I make content? First, I wanted to bring the community together. It hurts me, physically hurts me, when I see the community divided by people telling people who to listen to. Listen to everyone. Learn from everyone and make your own informed decisions. There is good content from everyone. Everyone. Be advised that this game comes down to managing your resources. If you make a mistake, you will set yourself back a long time. Knowing this, there was an infographic that was made and some personal decisions that showcased some teams that were in the Dark Dimension. And I made some mistakes that cost me a ton of progress. And I went from 33 to 313. But I knew that because the rewards were more gear-based, I wasn't rushing through there. However, when I made my next attempt through months ago, I had one goal: beat Gorilla. And I did it. But realistically, these were all one-shots or multiple attempts. I had a hard stop at Node 7 and 8, as most people do, but I didn't use the credits to get through there. That's the big difference. So, I promise you, stop in, ask questions. I'll do my best that I don't just get distracted from the content. I want to get your perspective on what the challenges you face and take it into consideration in the content I produce. Whether you're free to play and it's your first day, or you're number one in the world, I want to get your feedback. I want to understand the challenges you face. I want to help make content for you. And I want to make sure that when you're in my chat, in my channel, and you're hanging out with me, your perspective matters. That's why I made content. And that's why I'm here today. Because this community thrives better when we're coming together and learning from each other than when we're challenging each other to be our worst selves. And I hate to say this, but I'm really thankful to be able to be in a position where I'm able to support my family creating content for a video game. Not something I would have thought was possible months ago. And thank you for validating everything I do. Remember, I do things so you don't have to. Tune into me on Twitch. I do love you guys very much. We're going to have a very special Thanksgiving. Hope you guys tune in. I know a lot of you guys will be spending it with your family, and most of you probably won't with the current situation here. So tune in. We'll have some special giveaways here on Twitch. If you have some questions on that, let me know here in the comments. And legitimately, we're better together.